Yeah. Bang! Yeah, 713, don't step in this league, throwing rocks at the backboard. Living our dream, better dribble to the three, take the shot, here a cash draw. And we don't even care what you say, we ain't scared of the hate, get a win in this last board. Stand in the paint, better clear out the way, hit the court with the black force energy. Every single week on a killing spree, you kidding me? You talk about winning with the epitome, you better be talking with peace and we locking the key on them. Know that it's rocking with Ryan and Donte, the drip guy, we beyond the gossip, the topics we talk on a pop and we conquering the obstacles that we cross as a team. Shot from the seats, we the Rockets like Elon. It's the H-Town Run Down. Let's get started right now.
Well, hello. This is the H-Town Rundown, Houston Rockets basketball podcast. Thank you for joining us today on this lovely Monday morning. I got my boy Donte, my boy Ryan here today, and we got to break down some team goals for the next season with Kevin Durant, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Clint Capella as additions to the team. Let's start talking about it before we get into that. Ryan, good to have you back, man. What's up? Oh, yeah, your mic already off, man.
Oh, yeah, my mic was off. Yeah, man, I'm glad to be back. It's been, 2 weeks since I've been on. Yeah, it's good to be back. Hopefully I'll be more consistent now and staying on. But definitely getting ready to see the season soon.
You know, if you're not more consistent, we're going to treat you like Jalen Green. You know, that's what we'll have to do. But we'll see what happens, man.
25-year-old rage baiting. Come on, man.
Donte, it's good to have you, man. Another episode, another day. What's good?
Oh, it's always good to be on here. It's always good to be on here with y'all, man. As long as Ryan mine, we'll be fine. We'll be good.
Oh, man, it's Bully Ryan Day. I'm kidding, man. It's really good to have you back, though, for real. It's always good to have the trio of the H-Town Rundown guys back to talk Rockets ball. So I want to talk about today, some team expectations and goals, yeah, but I want to do it differently. Right. I feel like a lot of people have hit on some of the same parts of the season that are important. And I want to kind of, stretch it out a little bit more and break it up into fourths here. Right. So the beginning of the season, both right before and then after the All-Star break and then towards the tail end of the year and where we should be in minimum expectations, minimum team goals and stuff like that, awards and yada, yada, yada. And we talked about awards a little bit more, but I'm interested now with Kevin Durant, Dorian Finney-Smith, Clint Capella, and with some other contracts getting signed. Do the expectations change, right? Luka just signed a big contract with LA. De'Aaron Fox just signed a big contract to stay with the Spurs. But as you guys know, anyone can get traded any day for anything, right? I mean, there's talk about Giannis possibly not staying in Milwaukee now, right? And that's been off and on conversation for the last 2 years. So could just be more ESPN slop, or it could be real. So first question is unrelated to the Rockets, but maybe possibly related. I'm taking this one from Locked On NBA, real or fake. Ryan, is Giannis a Milwaukee Buck for life?
For life?
For life.
So how many more seasons do you think he has?
He's what, 30?
It's like 30.
I mean, I see at least 6 seasons minimum.
Yeah, so let's say he has another – let's just put the line at 10, retire at 40.
Wow, that's insane.
I mean,
let's say 8. Let's say 8. I think
let's say 38. If he retires at 38,
he doesn't win any more rings, no MVP. Just as he is, 8 more seasons. Do you think he sticks it out for 2 full contracts with Milwaukee?
I don't know. I don't know. I think he goes to Portland and teams up with Dame. I'm kidding. No, I don't know.
Most fans are freaking out.
I'm not going to think about what ifs. Like you said,
it
could happen any day. I'm not going to. I also don't care to think too much about what Giannis is doing.
Yeah, because we're trying to win, and it'd be nice, but I'm not trying to gut the team for Giannis.
I care about the Houston Rockets. I couldn't care less about a Milwaukee Buck.
I like that. A Milwaukee Buck, not the Bucks. I like that statement. So let's move on from that and actually talk about the Houston Rockets here. And I want to get Dante's first impression here, and then we'll go to Ryan. It's just going to be kind of this rotational panel of views right now. So the first part of the season, Donte, we'll say like the first 18 games or so, right? What are your expectations for the Houston Rockets? If we were playing 18 games, obviously it depends on who we play and whatnot. But I think if when we're playing those first 18 games, a minimum, I think we should be 14-4, 13-5, around that range. What are your thoughts on like a win rate within the first 18 games, and how do you think the players are performing?
I think Kevin Durant is going to perform well if he's on the court. No, if he don't get no injury and warm up or something like that. But it really depends on how tough how the schedule is too. It really determine on how your schedule is. If your schedule,
Sure.
So schedule does matter. It does matter when you play a team as well. So I just want to see, I just want to, the only thing I just want to see, I want to see how the rotations is going to go. I want to see who's going to get those backup minutes behind Fred VanVleet. Who's going to get those backup minutes behind Kevin Durant. Now, I just want to see how the rotation is going to go from the end, especially the end of the game rotations. Who's going to be in the game at the last minute of the game when it's close and stuff like that. That would be interesting. I think we're going to have a good start of the season, but basically it just depends on how your schedule going to be. Just like how we predicted last year, when the schedule came out, a lot of us predict 12-6 and stuff like that, how we going to start out, but it depends on schedule wise, how we going to start for the record to come out for me to give the record.
Okay. Well, I know you want to get the schedule out, but I want a number from you, Donte. Just give me a general number, right?
So you said 18 games.
Yeah, first 18 games. Yeah. What's the minimum games you think? Everything healthy, of course, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter opponent.
Everything healthy. I expect I'm gonna go 15 and I'm gonna go 16-5.
Oh, you mean 16-2? First 18.
First 18. First 18.
Yeah.
First 18. I don't think we're
games.
gonna lose. I don't think we're gonna have 2 losses. I think we'll have more than. I think we'll have like about 4.
Okay, so 14-4. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. That's about kind of where I'm sitting.
Because we're gonna find a game up and down where we probably probably lose a game we don't supposed to lose. So it's gonna be
Yeah, we always somehow find a way to lose ridiculous games. But yeah, that's completely fair. And I think that's a general consensus. Ryan, do you agree? Do you have a different viewpoint?
13-5 or 12-6.
Why do you say 12-6?
I believe that bringing in a whole new superstar to try and get this team going, it's just I don't see us having a super fast ascent rate. I think that we're going to have a slower ascent rate, and once we're at peak, it's going to be closer to right before All-Star rather than at the beginning, because you bring in a superstar, you change your team up completely. There's no more Jalen Green, who was supposed to be our star scorer. They're going to have to figure it out on the court at the beginning of the season, and I think those first 18 are going to be when that figuring out is, the first 18, 20 games.
Okay, so are you not pushing any panic buttons if we're 12-6?
No, absolutely not. I think whenever you bring a superstar in, there's always going to be a slow ascent rate. And I think once you change the team chemistry, that's also going to happen. But I think that once we get past that first 20, 25 games, we're going to skyrocket and we're going to be really good for the rest of the season.
Okay. And that's completely possible, right? Because I agree with the statement that we might struggle a little bit at first, right? Especially the first
look at the Bucks
20 games. But
as much as I don't care about a Milwaukee Buck, look at what happens, right?
But the Bucks they struggled the whole year though. They didn't never.
Right, but I'm saying what happened when they brought in Dame. When they brought in Dame that first year, they weren't amazing immediately. I mean, you're never going to be amazing immediately when you bring in a superstar.
But the Dame Dame, it's not easy for him because he don't he's not a Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant fits
right. I know he's not a Kevin Durant.
He fits with anybody. It's just certain teams Dame don't fit with. A lot of teams that Dame don't fit with. Plus, Dame don't play no defense. They were targeting him too, and their defense was bad too the whole year. So once they were bad and they finished bad. But Kevin Durant, you can put him in any situation, he'll be himself.
Right,
but also, I can definitely see the struggle. I can definitely see the struggle, but I'm just Kevin Durant,
and Kevin Durant,
he's on the court. He can make it back.
And trust me, Kevin Durant is going to be himself. I'm not worried about KD. I'm worried about the other players around KD that have been playing with the Rockets chemistry for the past 3-4 years that are going to be confused as the season starts.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like what we talked about, and AK's not here to really touch upon it, but like something we kind of talked about was like how Jabari and KD operate within the same space, right? So like,
Yep,
is
they
Jabari
operate in the
competing?
same space. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I've said it for years. Jabari to me is just a baby KD, and I think that with both of them operating in the same space, they're gonna have to figure it out together on the court, especially if Jabari's starting alongside KD and Şengün.
That's my next question is Şengün, and I talked about this a little bit last episode, and now Ryan, you're here. Şengün kind of operates around that corner and that free throw line, right? Within the 3-point line. Where does Kevin Durant get a lot of his shots up at? At the elbows, and he can shoot anywhere. It's not that I'm worried about that he's going to get the shots. It's how is this affecting Şengün now, right? Bringing in this guy, this talent.
Let me answer. I think
Sure.
Şengün's game is going to look a lot different going forward. We don't have a flashy guard who's going to cut backdoor every moment he can, trying to get alley-oop dunks off a pick and roll in the middle of the lane.
You got a man.
We have a man, but a man isn't going to do. A man might do that, but I think that Şengün is going to start. I think Şengün's going to start playing low post more.
Okay, think about how Jalen Green and Amen played, right? Amen literally stayed in the dunker spot 80% of his time to get those alleys.
But he wasn't cutting back door from the top of the key, going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth like JG was.
You're right. He would go to there and then revert out. So he's not going around all the way around because he can't shoot, right? But he goes to the paint and exits, right? So if you got 4 guys who operate in the paint and they're in your starting lineup.
No, I think
that's going to be interesting.
What I think is that I think Amen operates, around the wing, mid-range. But here's what I think. I think that Kevin Durant is going to operate at the key. I think he's going to operate in the wings in the mid-range like he has. Kevin Durant can operate around the whole floor. Sure. But we know how he plays. Sure. Jabari's going to play a little bit of that same KD role, but I also imagine that they're going to have Jabari play low because he is a huge positive impact on the boards. So I think that Jabari will play low. I think Şengün will play low. I don't know how I see Amen Thompson playing. I think some games he'll play low, some games he'll play high. We know how Fred's gonna play.
Yeah,
But I think I do think they move Şengün lower into the post this season. And I think we see a lot more post play from him.
How do you move Şengün lower in the post when all he does is play low in the post? When 80% of his play.
You just talked about how he's playing mid-range. You're talking about how he's playing
at the top, right? Within that paint area, right? So from the basket out to the free throw.
Okay, well then I misunderstood what you were saying.
And then the sides of that, right? He plays.
Oh yeah. I misunderstood what you were saying because in my head, what was going through my head was the clips of JG running around the court and how Şengün plays the high corner.
Yeah, and I think not having a 3-point threat guard is different because Kevin Durant, like, he don't need the ball in his hands, but in order to draw attention, he needs the ball in his hands, because because like with Jalen, you could get lost on the cuts, right? And that's how he gets open on the three. Kevin Durant gonna shoot over people, sure, no problem. Yeah. Kevin Durant gonna shoot over people, no problem. But again, my issue is like, you could get the ball to KD, and I don't know what I kind of like what you're saying, Ryan, is it's going to be really hard to see this chemistry unfold, right? Because Kevin Durant, you just drop him in anywhere, and he's going to be fine. He's going to produce, right? But the other guys have to kind of form around him a little bit, right? They got to learn and grow what it's like to play with an All-NBA, a top 15 all-time player in Kevin Durant, even though he's in his late stage of his career. It's going to be interesting, right? I think it takes away from Jabari's touches, and he was already getting the least out of the starting lineup as it was, right? I think he gets less, maybe the same out, but I think he gets less, right? I think Amen's getting more touches, very obviously. Şengün probably stays the same, roughly. Fred VanVleet, I have no clue what the hell Fred VanVleet doing. Like we say, he'd go 2 for 20, and they still keep him out there. So I have no clue.
I had to move. Sorry.
You're straight. You're doing your thing. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with Fred VanVleet, but, maybe you missed this, right? But essentially, to repeat myself quickly, Jabari probably not getting the same amount of touches. Şengün maybe the same amount of touches, right, in the same areas. And then, when it comes to Amen, he's going to get more touches. But I worry about Jabari's production because if he's not more efficient, they're benching him immediately. Like that's what he's going to do because I think he's going to get the same amount of touches or less, and they're expecting his efficiency to go up by maybe 5%, right? Instead of shooting 44, I'm thinking they want him to shoot, 49, 50, 51%, right? Because you got Kevin Durant on the field, you're supposed to be more efficient. However, if Jabari isn't getting consistent touches, how can you be consistent if you're not getting consistent touches, right?
He's getting consistent touches down in the post.
But Kevin Durant operates in the post. Şengün operates in the post. Amen operates in the post.
KD's going to play high.
I hope so. And if he's playing high, that's great. But that means you can leave your non-shooters wide open.
If you go look at Kevin Durant's numbers post Achilles injury, he's been playing high a lot more often than he's been playing low.
I think that he is still taking. I don't think his shot chart changed. It's just the amount he's shooting in those spots has changed, but they're still within his repertoire of areas that he uses to his go-to.
Right, but he also hasn't been as aggressive getting into the post, and the reason I don't think he'll be so aggressive getting into the post this season is.
Did you watch him play Giannis by chance? When he plays Giannis, when KD plays Giannis in both Phoenix and in Brooklyn, and he wasn't necessarily doing back to the basket, but he's taking them right to the post and pulling up, right?
And who do we have to do? And who do we have to do that in place of Kevin Durant?
Why would we take away from Kevin Durant's game?
We have a Men Thompson. Hold on. I think that we have a Men Thompson to rim run and get to the bucket, defend anybody he can.
I didn't say
Kevin Durant gets a shot up at the 3 or in the mid range.
I didn't say rim run.
You said what?
I didn't say rim run. No one said rim run. No one said rim run. I'm talking about the areas before you're getting the paint, when Kevin Durant sees the paint and he runs up and pulls up, right? That's what he does. He sees where the paint's at. He's running up to the baseline and pulling up, right?
Yeah.
Those are the same shots that Jabari is getting. That's what I'm saying is those are the same areas of operation. Right?
I mean, obviously, Udoka is going to draw up plays for both Jabari and KD.
Udoka draw up plays? Offensively? Oh, man.
Hey, man, watch.
You know what his big play against the Golden State was? Damn, we're not making shots. All right, instead of changing how we're running the offense, we're going to throw Steven Adams out there.
And it worked.
Donte, no, we lost. It did not work.
Well, it worked for what we needed, and sadly we lost. But you know what I'm saying?
No. It was not effective. That's the whole point, is because we still missed shots. We missed more shots. So that's the whole point.
But that's why getting Dorian Finney-Smith and a person like that is big, because you got somebody that's going to be outside that can make those type of shots that everybody was missing. But at the end of the day, like I said, I think Kevin Durant does operate in the mid range, but he can operate in so many other places. But he basically plays mid range though. He basically starts from the mid range and everything. So it'll be interesting. I think Şengün's still gonna be fine. I think he still will be fine. I don't think LP have to dominate in scoring just to for us to win a game. I think he can do it so many ways. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm looking up Kevin Durant's.
And another thing we already know, Van Vliet ain't getting pulled up out of the game. Him and Ime Udoka is best friends. Y'all already saw them boxing together. They doing cardio boxing together. He can go 0 for 30 out there. He can be killing us. He can be killing us out there, killing us missed shots. He'll still play.
He need his shots.
Yeah.
he needs at least 20. He needs at least 20. Hey, Keldon, it's good to see you, my boy. I appreciate you. Ime Udoka is so overrated. I'm not gonna say
would
that.
agree.
AK
would agree.
I like Ime. I just there's just things that he doesn't do that I'm a fan of. Now, I pulled up Kevin Durant's shot chart. Overall, in 62 games, he took 163s, or he made 163s. He took 372 threes, right? Now, I'm not no mathematician here, but looking at it from that way, he takes 6 threes a game. Are we expecting Kevin Durant to take, 9, 10 threes a game? No, that's not his thing. He's not going to take 10, 11 threes a game. That's not what he does, right? Is he going to change it when he comes over here? I don't know. I have no clue, right? I'm not asking Kevin Durant to change, but how are we? Get out of here, bro. Bolo, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. I don't know. I'm interested to see how we're going to form this offense around Kevin Durant. I feel like too many players work in the same spots as Kevin Durant. And I just these first 18, 20 games, like they're gonna be rough. They are gonna be rough.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
It will be rough. And we're gonna have to, we're
That's
gonna
why I say that's why I'm saying I'm gonna have to see. I just gonna have to see when the schedule come out who we got.
we're gonna continue to have that same Houston Rockets problem we've had forever. You lose games that you should win because you know you can, and then you still lose.
Something like that.
And
we
are
lost a
going to
lot of
struggle
games.
with that again.
We lost a lot of games on shot make, not being able to shoot, and make free throws.
How many shots a game do you think Kevin Durant shoots a game?
24.
No, how many shots a game do you think he takes?
Last
season, of course. Last season.
That he took last year? I'm assuming he took over 20 because he had to.
He took 18 shots per game.
That's not bad. On Phoenix.
In my opinion, Kevin Durant should have been taking 24 shots a game.
Yes.
Number that Ryan.
That's not bad. That's not bad. He took 18 shots. He should have took more with Phoenix. He should have took more with Phoenix. Because he had to.
No, you see this comment, bro?
But he
what do you think about that?
I don't need no Kai Jones, bro.
I mean, you don't see that he could be at like the way bottom of our benches if in case there was like an injury.
There is a reason he's not in the league right now.
He's on the league.
He's not playing. Who signed him? What team he play for?
Mavs.
He plays for the Mavs. Think about that.
Right now he plays for the Mavs.
Yeah.
He's on the roster.
He's on the roster.
That. We'll see if he's gonna be on the team. We'll see if he's gonna be on the team in training camp. We'll see if he's gonna remain on.
He signed a contract with them.
How many years?
I think it's a year or two.
Oh, that don't mean he's gonna make the team. That still don't mean they signed. Yeah. He might just be a count.
You can cut a player immediately, bro. You know what I mean? The Bucks cut Damian Lillard, bro. I'm not too worried about Kai Jones. Kai Jones has like 4 or 5 super cool plays because he's playing against the worst players in the league at the time. I'm not giving Kai Jones no more attention. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm just saying, like, to have him at like the way end of our bench.
We got Clint Capella.
We have Cam. What's his name?
He's not even he's a 2-way contract.
I'd rather have Kai Jones instead of him.
Kai Jones not signed on a 2-way.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to see the other guy's vision, okay?
There is no vision, bro. This dude's blind, bro. I got glasses if you want to borrow them. God damn. But let's get back to the task at hand. So we talking about Kevin Durant, his shot attempts, right? I don't think he takes more than 21 in Houston. And in my opinion, I think that's a problem. I think that's a real problem. Kevin Durant is obviously super efficient. His numbers are super efficient. But you got to be able to take most shots, right? I don't care if you got a ball hog, in my opinion, especially like if you played in Phoenix, right? Bro should have been taking 24 shots a game. You know what I mean? Like that should have been it, especially when Devin Booker was out, Bradley Beal not playing. KD should have been, take 30 shots a game. I don't care, man. But he took 18. End the season with a total of 18 shot attempts per game. Only he took a third of his shots.
How many do you think he'll take with us? If he took 8?
I think he takes 20. I think he takes 2 more per game, maybe, right? It all depends on who's doing what and how. I think it also depends on the growth of Amen Thompson and what his new shot chart looks like. If he can take more mid ranges, like it just makes more of a problem, in my opinion. Like it's like great that we can stretch out a little bit, but I think the main issue is we just not gonna have enough reliable shooting, in my opinion. Because we got Fred VanVleet, who shot, 33% from 3 last year and 38% from the field. Talk about inconsistent, right? And then after that, like Şengün, Jalen, Jabari. The only consistent person was Dylan Brooks.
All right, we are done living in the past with last season. We are moving on.
I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough.
Yo, this bowler guy's acting like Kai Jones when he crashed out, bro.
That's why he's not getting any attention, dude. Last bit here on the first part of the season. if we are below 500, like if we're 500 or less, right? If we go 9-9 or 8-10 in the first 18 games, I'm sounding the alarm right there. I know maybe that's early, maybe that's a hot take. I don't really care.
Repeat it. I did not hear it. Sorry.
If in our first 18 games, if we are 8-10 or 9-9, right? If we're 50 or under, I'm sounding some alarms. Something went catastrophically wrong. Either we got 4 people out, or for some reason no one's.
The only way we become a bad team if we have injuries. That's the only way I see it. If we hurt, that's the only way I see us having a mediocre season. We shouldn't have a mediocre season if we healthy. We should not, especially adding Kevin Durant, Dorian Finney-Smith, and those guys. You should not. If you healthy, you should not downgrade.
I forgot that we got
Phoenix
DFS for a second.
You should not downgrade. You should not downgrade.
Phoenix was supposed to be, a good team, and then they didn't even make the playoffs.
They had no big men.
They had Yusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, I was about to say they had Nurkic.
He had a 5x5 before. He's like one of like 7 players ever to do it.
Yeah, but he's not. He's also not Alperen Şengün.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
At all.
We didn't have a Devin Booker or a Bradley Beal either. Let's be honest.
It's okay. We have an Amen Thompson.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. And a lot of this season is just, like dependent on growth. Too dependent, in my opinion. And like, I know before I was kind of stagnant on my view in regards to getting some of these older dudes right for the team. But Clint Capella is going to be huge for us. Right, playing above the rim like that is going to be so huge for us. Dorian Finney-Smith is going to be like phenomenal for us. I watched what he did in Brooklyn. I liked that. I didn't watch too much what he did in LA, but he looked good in Brooklyn. So hopefully that carries over. Other than that, like Tari Eason, hopefully you grew, right? Jabari, hopefully you got
Beanie Tari Eason. We need Beanie Tari Eason to play.
Yeah, y'all see that?
Beanie Tari Eason, bro. Yeah, like Hoodie Mellow, man.
That?
That guy's cold, bro.
They saying, now that we're on the topic, before we move on to the second part of the season, they saying that Tari Eason might be the backup 2 guard. What are your thoughts on that?
We need it.
Do you think he'd be the backup 2 guard like effectively? Are you okay with him playing the backup 2?
We need it.
Because I don't know. I guess like I don't know. I didn't think of him as like a 2 guard specifically. Like I know he could be slotted in that position. I don't know.
Man, we need it like Migos and YB in 21, bro. We need that.
Oh, my boy, that is.
I'm just saying, we need it, bro.
Crazy. Donte, your thoughts on Tari Eason being our 2 guard for the backup spot? Oh, you might.
I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I mean, I don't think it's too much to think of it. He's better at the 3 or playing a small ball 4. But like I say, he can handle it well enough to be a 2. But he really just be out there. He's just really out there just to make shots and play very good defense and bring the energy. That's all he out there for. So I don't really mind playing 2.
Him playing the 2, he's gonna have to hit that above the break 3, and he's gonna have to hit those corner 3s, which are things that he struggled with a bit last year, especially those corner shots. I mean, that's supposed to be the easiest 3-point, and he shot barely 34%. That's we're gonna need more. We gonna need some more from him for sure. But let's move into the next part of the season there. So I said 18 games the first part of the season. Now these quarters obviously aren't perfect, right? I feel like it kind of goes ebbs and flows. But moving on to the second part of the season, right? This is gonna be from game 18 all the way to right before the All-Star break, which is quite a big chunk there. I think, 24 games? So with that being said, out of those 24 games, it depends on who we play and injuries and all that, but barring injury, Ryan, what is the minimum record you expect us to have?
Through how many games? Just like All-Star?
Through 24. Yeah, like up to, we'll just say from this block, how many do you expect to win out of 24 games?
Like out of 24 games?
Yeah.
16, 17, 18?
You can pick one number. That'd be best, preferably.
All right, 18.
18. Yeah, I like that. Because at that point in your mind, right, you're thinking that they should be gelling and things should be ticking up, right?
Right, like I said, 13-5 or whatever the other one would be, 14 and whatever I said. right? 14-4. Once you're past that, I think that's when that slow ascent's going to really start showing.
Mm-hmm. So would you say by mid-January, early February, we should be like the peak?
Just like 50 games in?
Like, yeah, about like I would say like 46
Yeah,
games.
I'd say like close to 40.
Okay.
Close.
Okay.
If we're going 50 games, I'm saying close to 40.
Okay. So like, would you say 38 wins at that point?
38, something around there.
Out of 50 games, 38.
Yeah.
Okay. Any concerns for you right around that time? What are you looking for?
Injuries.
Injury specifically. So probably
fatigue.
A lot of that, a lot of resting. Kevin Durant played a lot of minutes. He played, I think, the third most minutes in his career with Phoenix last season. So that's going to be something to monitor, right? Along with that, we know he's had an injury history. Now, is he historically healthy for the playoffs?
Yes.
Yes. But we got to get him to the playoffs, right? That's the thing. So, I think resting him is going to be important. Out of 50, those first 50 games, how many games do you think Kevin Durant plays? Just give a ballpark estimate.
Yeah. You said what? Sorry.
Give a ballpark estimate. Out of 50 games, how many games do you think Kevin Durant's playing?
45? 40?
Awfully confident. I like that. I was actually going to say 38, right? The number of wins that we have. Not that KD's in every game that we win, of course, but I think that
You just don't see KD trying to play.
I think he plays at least 80% of that, right? So that would be 40.
Do you think that he reaches like the NBA limit to be an MVP or All-Star, whatever their limit is? What is it, 62? Do you think he reaches that?
I think he plays 69 games. Total. Calm down. Calm down. I'm very key in on that.
No one was saying anything, bro. It was just you, dog.
It's key. It's key on that because he's going to hit that threshold, right, to make All-NBA for those awards and such like that. But also enough games, right? You're resting, what is that? 13 games throughout the whole season. Not playing the back-to-backs. You get the All-Star break rest, and then a couple games before the end of the season. That's kind of like how I envision that going, right? He plays a few back. Why is you laughing? Why is this boy
bro? I'm just thinking about. I was trying to hold in that pause, but then you got to it before I could, bro. And I was trying not to say pause, bro.
All right, bro. All right. That's crazy. But that's my thoughts. I think I'll be better for you, right? 68 to 70. Okay.
It don't matter.
Is that better for you?
You're still thinking about it. You still got that on your mind.
I'm just trying to help you over there and then relax a little bit.
Are you over Jalen Green yet?
No, I never will be. Never.
Yeah.
Donte, what are your thoughts? Up to the first, we'll say, 50 games, right? Up to that point, like Ryan and I are saying, right? Ryan's saying about 38 wins, 40 wins there. What are your thoughts on up to that point? Obviously, a lot of factors are important, but just give a ballpark estimate on your thoughts and what are some things you're looking for at that time?
I'm gonna say we gonna be good. If the only way we struggle again is injuries, but I'm gonna say we're gonna be in between like 41. I'm gonna say 41, like 41 games.
Okay. And what are some things that you are looking for specifically? Like, what are some negatives that you're looking at and whatnot?
Well, negatives is still to me is free throw shooting and basically shooting the ball. I don't want us just to I just don't want us to. I want us to make out. If we can make shots, we'll be good. We'll be straight. If we can just make shots. If we don't make shots, we can't always depend on the offensive rebound every time. Just to have 3 or 4 possessions every time, just to try to make one shot, just to try to make a shot. I just want to see us make shots when we open. I know I'm not concerned about the defense. The defense is going to be fine. I think it's going to be consistent, just like it was last year. But shot making is going to be a key. It's going to be a key. And to me, it's just who's going to get those minutes
right
at the end, at the tail end in clutch time. Who's going to be on the floor? What lineups are going to be on the floor? That's the only thing. Like I'm kind of those are my immediate concerns. But other than that, I say around like 41 wins.
40 wins. Okay, that's pretty positive. Now we got our defensive player of the year right here. He's about to defend a title real quick. We got our boy AP joining in and jumping in. Here he is. Look at that, man. Yes, sir. Look at that. He got the belt. What's going on, AP?
What's going on? What's going on, fellas?
Yeah, man. It's been a while. How you doing?
Doing good. Just got back from vacation on the church camp trip. It's good to be back home.
Hell yeah. It's good to have you back, my man. We are currently breaking down the season into 4 parts right now. We're currently about the 50-game mark, right, looking at that. I want to get your thoughts on where you think the Houston Rockets are after 50 games, around the All-Star break, we'll say, and how many wins do you think we'll win after you finish that?
I just want to make a timeout quickly. This is the first time I've ever seen AP's eyes.
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
Like the first time ever.
What was your question?
Sorry,
Christian? My bad, man. I lost the question now. God.
It just stood out.
You're straight, man. So after the first 50 games, right, about All-Star break, how many wins do you think the Houston Rockets have at that point, right, out of 50 games? And then how many games do you think Kevin Durant has played out of those 50 games?
Ooh. I think Kevin Durant's going to at least play 32 of those games, between 32 and 35 games.
Okay. I could see it. I said 38 earlier, right? Maybe I'm highballing it, but you were saying 32. Why do you say 32?
I mean, just because he's a little bit older, so I mean, there may be some little injuries, nothing like serious injuries though. Maybe like a little bit of hamstring injuries from here and there. I don't think it's gonna be nothing serious. Maybe like games where he's gonna be like a couple games or so.
Do you think it's more injury prevention, right? Load management?
Yeah.
Anything? Yeah. Okay.
I think they're going to prevent that as much as possible. Yeah.
Okay. And then in that same breath, how many games do you think the Houston Rockets win at that point?
We're going to win at least 25.
25? Out of 50 games, you're saying we're only winning. So you think our record is 25-25 after 50 games?
It depends on how slow of a start we start.
Got it. Okay. Let me make this.
I mean, if we go on a winning streak, I think we're going to go higher than that, obviously. But I think it just depends on the chemistry and everything like that.
Okay. I hear you, right? Because we did our little chemistry battle already. So we were saying after the first 18 games, right? I think the consensus average was 13-5 between the 3 of us, right? I think that's like that. 13-5, 14-4. And then the next consensus to push it to 50 games, we're saying our overall record was 38-12.
I can see that.
So that's
fully
kind of
healthy roster. I can see that. Yeah.
Okay. And so now we're looking at. So are you more? So you're looking at your wins and whatnot. Are you more worried about the health of the team? Are you worried about cohesion and chemistry? What's your number one issue you're looking for at that point?
At first, it's going to be chemistry, just to see how we're going to gel all these pieces together with Josh, Dorian Finney-Smith, Kevin Durant. Where we're going to plug Clint Capella? What are we going to do with all that? Reed Shepherd being your backup guard. Officially, how's that going to work?
That's a good question.
There's just a lot of questions going into the beginning part of the year that I'm wanting to see and figure out.
That's completely fair. Now, last bit here before we move on to All-Star break and whatnot. 50 games in, that means we've gone through and played the NBA Cup. What do you think our chances are winning the NBA Cup this year? And how serious are you taking it?
I got about a 90% chance we get to the Cup. We get to the finals of the Cup. If fully healthy, I got us 90%.
I'm gonna be honest.
And we made it to the finals without Kevin Durant last year. So fully healthy squad, we have a real good shot of winning.
That's fair. I like that.
I don't think we take it too seriously. I think that we take the game by game and we actually play it as a game. This season, we're not looking to win an NBA in-season tournament cup. This isn't an AAU squad anymore. Now we are looking
to AAU squad last year.
Close enough.
What did you talk about? Anything we could win, we looking to win. I don't care.
Okay, well let me rephrase. We are in phase 3.
They don't care
We
about.
are now in the last phase of we are going to try and go and win it all. We don't care about an in-season tournament. We care about the finals.
So
I mean, it would still be nice to win the cup. I mean,
Yeah, winning a cup would be nice. Winning the NBA finals would be even nicer. Focus on that.
Everybody very much focus on a task, but a win is a damn win. We want to win. Period.
So focus on winning the games.
It doesn't
Don't
matter.
focus
If
on
you
winning
can
an
win the cup,
NBA cup. Focus on winning the
Take it
games
step
for
by
the
step.
games.
The real thing is the NBA finals. The real thing is the NBA finals. But hey, it doesn't matter. A win is a win. It is a win.
A win is a win. So focus on winning the games themselves. Don't focus on trying to go to the
on.
cards.
Yeah,
win the games themselves. If we win the NBA cup on the way to the finals, great.
But you said they
win the games themselves. Don't try to focus on winning the NBA cup. Focus on winning the damn finals.
They don't care. That's like saying they don't care about winning.
That's what I was gonna go with. That's what I was gonna go with.
So Brian, your base argument is that you don't care about NBA Cup. You want to win, and it's nice, but you don't care.
I couldn't care less about it.
If we don't win it, we don't win it. But hey, I'm not gonna knock them from winning the cup. It's a winner. We want to win. We want to win.
But don't throw yourself out there. Okay, so look, I don't think that they should go throw themselves out there, put the body on the line for a damn NBA in-season tournament cup. Take the game as a normal game, as a regular season game.
It is a normal game to them. They NBA players. You think they ain't gonna try to win it? It is a normal game to them.
And they get the money. There's a money incentive.
There's money involved if you win the cup, so it goes into their contracts and stuff.
And some of these young guys, they're looking at that like, oh, I got to prove myself, right? But more than just that, right? And I think here's where I'm looking at it is you could see the NBA Cup games as a dress rehearsal for the playoffs, right? That would be a good, like, how serious is the other team, right? If they're taking it super serious, well, then obviously we should take every game, in my opinion, all 82 games super serious, right? That's just me. But I think we should take these NBA Cup games perhaps more serious than regular season cup games, right? Or like,
they take this more serious than the All-Star games, so
shit, ain't that facts? But like in the grand scheme of things, like, it doesn't matter, like, no, but I think it's a good marker for us, right, to look at our team and say, hey, we're gonna treat this game like a playoff game. This is important to us, and the NBA Cup, that is our preview of the NBA playoffs. How well are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are our matchups, right? I think we should play just like it. And then after the NBA Cup, right, maybe we take 2 or 3 games to resettle in, hang out, like whatever, get the sales back in the wins of these people. But I really think we should take the NBA Cup, as serious as we would take a championship. Maybe that's crazy to say, right? But I think it's a great practice run for us, right? Especially some of these other teams that are hungry. I mean, look how you saw how the Pacers were the first year, right? They were hungry as hell, right? The Lakers actually looked good 2 years ago. Now, did they look good this year? Not really, obviously. Unfortunately, LeBron is still there. But then the Bucks ended up winning the cup last year, right? And they were so excited about it, and they were calling this, that, the other. It doesn't matter. Again, like, no.
And that's why I don't care about an NBA Cup, because it does not matter.
But taking the game serious as a dress rehearsal for the playoffs, I think, is important, because it tells us how our guys are going to crumble.
Because everybody else is going to take it. Everybody else is going to take the cup serious. Everybody else is going to do the same thing. They're going to play. They're going to do the same thing. So why not you do the same thing that everybody else does?
Why not? Why not give it our best to win and treat it as such, right? That's all I'm looking at. It's like, I don't want to play Kevin Durant 52 minutes straight, to win this game. But hey, I mean, if KD's like, yo, like, I'm all for this. Like, I want this. This is my welcome to the Rockets championship. Whatever you want to call it, I don't care. And he's like, yo, I want to play these minutes. Kevin Durant, you playing these minutes then. I'm not gonna sit you down because you don't want to, right? Like, if you want to, you're gonna play it. And if we need you, if the game is actually important, maybe where our record isn't looking great, and this win would help bolster the record, maybe separate us a little bit in the rankings, then yeah, Kevin Durant, you play in 45 minutes tonight. I'm sorry. That's just how I'm looking at it, But that's just me. It seems like we got some agreements and disagreements here, and that's totally fine. I'm all for the open discussion. But one last time, Ryan, why are you not caring as it for it being like a dressing room over the playoffs. Like, not interested at all.
Because I don't want to look like the Lakers or the Bucks.
What do you mean?
I don't want to care so much about a little in-season tournament, make all the fans so excited, and then either suck or not get to the playoffs.
Sure.
I want to focus on the bigger picture.
So are you saying that their downfall was because they played hard in the NBA Cup?
I don't know what their downfall was, but
That's what that sounds like.
I'm sure it had something to do with it. It definitely made their fans excited and let their fans down.
Come on, we played Golden State last year. Was no one excited? Was that not like our hey, this is the last time?
Did we lose?
Absolutely, we did.
Okay.
And guess what? The fans got let down. You're absolutely right. But
who expected that? Who expected us to get in the Final Four of the Cup?
Yes,
Who expected us to do that?
Yes.
Who expected us to get?
Who expected us to
nobody.
beat Golden State in the Cup? Nobody. The odds numbers were no, you didn't. Quit. I can go back to the episode and play it. There was hope, but there was no expectation. Right? That's what it was, right? And I'm glad that we were able to win that. That was so exciting. That was exhilarating. That was the closest thing to a playoff win we had in years. Do you guys remember that? What it was like to win that cup against the game against the Golden State Warriors?
Yeah, that Toyota Civic was rocking that night.
It was phenomenal. And then we go face in the playoffs, right? Good story in all of that. Now, am I going to sit here and say oh my gosh, we lost because we tried too hard in the NBA Cup? No, there is no correlation to that, right? Or at least not my opinion, right? The data does not support that. Now, if you're looking at it because it was the opponent, yes, we were not beating Golden State. I said it before. I'm surprised we even went to 7. I saw we were down 3-1, and I was like, damn, that's it. That's what it is. I went to Houston for Game 5, and guess what? We came out and whooped those boys' ass. It was phenomenal. I loved every second of it. And we won Game 6. We lost Game 7. That's all she wrote. It is what it is. And that, my friends, is sports. But that's all I got to say to that. Ryan, I don't want to keep you too long. Do you have any final thoughts before you get out of here? And then obviously share where you're at.
Yeah, I will. I'll give you my final thoughts about what I think our record will be at the end of the season.
Sure.
I think that we will go 62-20 or 63-19 or 61 and I guess
you can't say 3. Stick to 1. That's how that works. Your final thoughts. Stick to 1.
All right.
Give me one record. Give me one record.
All right. 62-20.
Okay. Why?
I believe in our team. That's why. I truly believe that we can go 62-20. I think it's going to be a really slow start to the season, but I think we're going to pick up and be really, really, really good.
Okay. Do you have any final thoughts on that, right? You said we're going to be really good. You said you believe in your team. What's your main belief? Why do you believe in the team so much?
Amen Thompson is going to look like a superstar this season.
Okay.
Amen Thompson and Alperen Sengun are going to look like superstars.
Okay.
I think they'll both be all-stars. I think Amen Thompson will again be in the race for Defensive Player of the Year, and I think Alperen Sengun won't just be a bench player in the All-Star game. I think he will hopefully be a starter. I think he's going to have a really good season. That's why.
Tough. It's going to be really tough to crack.
Look, the way they're talking about Reed Shepherd, I know they did the same last season. This is like going through the Ben Simmons summer rotation thing. But look, I really believe that. I believe in Reed Shepherd. All right, with that being said, I got to get out of here. Peace. Y'all know where to find me. At Ryan Diamond 15 at Ryan Diamond 15 on Twitter. Here on the H-Town Rundown, and y'all can find me on Rockets Run Robin.
See you, my boy. Good stuff.
Peace.
Okay, so now that the adults are here. I'm kidding, Ryan. I'm kidding, Ryan. I'm kidding. But that's definitely good. Now we're gonna pin that. We're gonna come back to that later. We're gonna talk about the second half of the season, right? Going from games 50 to we'll say 56, right? Or not 56, sorry, 66. So that 16 game stretch right after the All-Star break. What do you think our record is, Donte? And how many games do you think KD's played at that point? 66 games total, right? We're reaching that final stretch. What do you think our record is? What seeding do you think we are in? And is anybody in trouble?
I think we'll be in a 2 seed at that point. So I said through 50 games, we'll have 40 some. What did I say? Like I have 40. We'll have 40. So coming out the All-Star break, you said 66, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I would say we should win by like you said. All right, I'm gonna say 40. I'm gonna say like 48. We on 48
48?
because I think we'll win. I think we'll win 3 more games. I think we'll win 3 more games than we did last season. I'm gonna say 55 games overall we win. Because I believe at the end of the season we're gonna rest some people. We're gonna start resting some people because we already have the seating locked up. The only way we win 60 games if the players are all playing together and still want to play. Still want to play, but I see us winning like 3 more games than we see us winning 55 games this year.
Okay. All right. So you're saying right up to that point, 48 wins to end of that season. Now, is there how many games do you think Kevin Durant's played at that point?
I think he play most.
Plays all 16.
Yeah, I think he played most of them. Like coming out of All-Star break, I think he plays most of those games if he's healthy.
Okay. All right.
The only way I can see that you could send him down is like throughout the last probably 4 games of the year. Last 4 games of the year.
Okay.
Unless he plays them for.
Okay. All right. We'll come back to that though for the end of the season. Aaron, what are your thoughts? Right. So we've played 66 games to this point, right? Post All-Star break. What are your thoughts? What's to look for, and what do you think our record is at that point?
By All-Star break, I think we're gonna win 40. Give me 43 wins. We're gonna win 43 games by
43
All-Star
wins.
break.
Okay.
And I think our final record for the year, we're gonna be. You know what? Give me 55 and 27.
55 and 27. I like that. That's real, right? I feel that's realistic, and it's just a couple more wins than we had last year. But I feel like the 55 wins this year is just gonna that's gonna put us right there, right? I think it's gonna be closer. I don't think OKC wins 68 games again this year. I have a feeling that they're a 60-win team, right? But I don't think they're 68 wins deep this year, right? I feel like they're a little bit more focused on other things, like keeping the team healthy and cohesive and together throughout the season, so that way they can go back to back, right? I think that's going to be really important, and they're definitely the team to beat. They're the champions, right? So, with that being said, how many games up to the point of 66 games do you think Kevin Durant plays, and then how many games do you think Kevin Durant plays total for the season?
It's by 66. Kevin Durant's going to at least play 58 games.
You think he only misses 8 games? Okay. And then towards the end of the season, right after all 82 games are done, said and done, how many games do you think he's played total?
He's going to play a total of 68 games this year.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's kind of what I was saying.
I think he's going to play about like 66 games, 65, 66.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that 66.
That's healthy enough. That's healthy enough. I don't think Kevin Durant played a full season, but 60, 65, you get him out there for 65, 64.
You get him 65, that's good too.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You get him out there for over 60 games.
I'm totally with that, right? I think that's a pretty important goal. Now, I think out of 66 games, I think we're sitting at 50-win team right there after 66 games. I think we're 15-16, right? And then as far as the last 16 goes, right, I have a strong belief that we are a 59 and 13-win team, right? It gets 7 more wins than we had last time, as long as, and again, this is all hypothetical, of course, but as long as cohesiveness was able to get together, right? As long as they were able to gel with that together, and then Kevin Durant played enough games, right? So I'm putting him at that same stretch, right? I said 68 to 70 games, and maybe I'm highballing it right now, but I really think I think he plays 68, right? I think there's going to be a necessity for him to play a couple extra games in the beginning of the season, so that when we go to the playoffs, he's ready to go, and the team is ready to just jump in and go full force, right? So yeah, I think we ended the season at 59 and 13. I think that's real right there, or 23, 59, 23. Excuse me, I can't math. But I think that's completely fair, and I think the records in the games that we set for Kevin Durant is also, I think that's probably about the average. Now, is anyone making predictions, right? Who are our all-stars? Who's our all-NBA guys? And who's our all-defensive team guys, if any? Start with AP.
All-stars going to be Şengün, Kevin Durant. Boys going to lead us in all-stars. I think a mean run for Defensive Player of the Year is going to be Amen and Tari Eason.
Oh, Tari too. Okay.
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe our 6-man, if we get a 6-man finalist, I think it's going to be Dory Finney-Smith. I think he's going to ball out this year.
Not Tari. You don't think Tari would be our 6-man? You think maybe he starts too much?
Possibly. If Kevin Durant's injured a lot, I think Tari will get a lot of stars to take his place.
Okay, so he probably starts too many games. I get you. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? All NBA, all defensive teams, anything?
Oh, defensive all first team's got to be Amen and Tari.
Yeah, easily.
For sure. Kevin Durant's going to at least get NBA all. I'll give him second team. Give him all second team.
That's fair. Okay. Donte, who's our all-stars for the team at the end of the year, right? Who's our all-stars?
Mhm.
Who's our anyone else that wins awards, right? MVP,
Right.
Deep Boy.
So we went through this last week, but I'm gonna do it again. Let everybody know. So I got a hot take right here. I think we have 3 all-stars. So if we have 3 all-stars, we doing fucking good. So Amen Thompson, I got him placed in the all-star game. If I'm thinking he's gonna along to go with defense, he gonna be on the first team all defense. I think he can down there get defensive player of the year. He was close this year. He made it to that first team all defense. I think it will be the same. But I have Amen Thompson with a hot take being the third all-star along with Kevin Durant and LP. 6-man, I don't think we're gonna have a 6-man of the year award, to be honest. I don't think they'll give us that much respect to have a 6-man of the year because some players may be out and Tyrese will have to start it. But like I said, he still won't be the first man to come off the bench. So I think we'll have close to that, but I don't think we don't have guys that's in the running of it. I'm gonna say Kevin Durant gonna at least make second team, like AP said. I see.
Okay.
They're not gonna put him on first team. It just the only way they're gonna put him on first team. It just depends on how the season is gonna go. They'll put him on first team, but I would go with him on the second team. And I think hot take LP makes a third team. I think he at least makes.
Okay.
Okay. I like that.
I don't think it's out of the question, him making third team. I just really don't think it's out of the question. The only way he don't make a team is because you got so many people. You got so many in the West. Got too many people in the West. You got talent, all talent in the West. But again, he was an all-star, so I can expect him to be bumped up to that third team.
And he almost made it this year. It was like by one vote he didn't get it. So like it's completely possible. I like that. So final thoughts on that, right? I'm agree with Donte, right? I think last time I had only 2 people, so I'm changing my opinion now. I've been swayed on the Amen Thompson train, right? I've seen his off-season workouts. I've seen the dogness, and I went back and watched the Golden State versus Rockets playoff series. I know I did that to myself, and I gotta say this dude a dog, man. So Amen, I think Amen, Şengün, and KD are all stars, right? Pretty safe to say. I would say that our all NBA guys, I think KD is, I think he's going to be all NBA second team. And then I got Alperen Şengün, all NBA third team. I feel like those are good and fair picks. And then as far as all defensive team, I think Amen's going to be there. And I think as long as Tari gets enough playing time, I think Tari's going to make all defensive second time. Right? I think it's completely possible.
I can see that.
For him to get that for all defensive second team. As far as defensive player of the years, we not winning. If Wemby plays 70 games this year, they're giving They've already gassed him up so much. They want him to have awards. They're calling him like the new era big. Like they're gonna give him a D point. Like that's all it is. And then in the next 5 years, if Wemby is semi-healthy, they're giving him MVP. Like that's, you know how the league is. It's a business. What's gonna draw business and money like that? Getting a French MVP, right? He'd be the first French MVP in NBA history. He's also crazy.
So let me get this straight, Press. Amen Thompson averaged 14 points per game this year, right?
Yep.
So if we have one of the best records in the NBA, he's gonna definitely be an all-star. I think his numbers are gonna go up. If he's 18 points per game and like 9 rebounds in that, and like 2 blocks, which is he's gonna get. It's gonna be some steals in there. That's definitely gonna be all-star material. If we have one of the best records in the NBA, he's gonna make the all-star team. He's gonna make the team.
100%. Yeah, absolutely 100%. I feel like the NBA is gonna say, man, a man is so good. Here's Wemby, and he's our defensive player of the year. Like that's all it's gonna be. They're gonna show three blocks of Wemby.
They're gonna have Rudy. They're gonna have Rudy, either Rudy, Wemby, or Draymond. They're gonna find a way to put Draymond Green in now.
Draymond almost won it last year. That was crazy because he did not deserve. He was not. I'm not even
yeah. That's what I'm saying. So you got 3 people who the NBA value like already over you.
Yeah. It's gonna be really tough for him, man. But I do have him on all defensive first team and then Tari all defensive second team. And then as far as MVP goes, I think KD's gonna be in top 5, right? If we end up with 58, 59 wins, I think KD is top 5 MVP, right? I really think it's gonna be between SGA, right? Jokic, Giannis, Luka, and KD. I think those are gonna be your top 5. And I think KD is gonna be around there, right? Only way KD wins MVP is if we are the number 1 seed and he averages 28 plus. That's it, right? We got to be the number 1 seed. He's got to average 28 plus. That's it. If it's anything less, and it's not a 60 plus win season, he's not winning MVP. It doesn't matter. The league will not let him. We know how the league hates Kevin Durant. They hate Kevin Durant.
He got to basically be a Super Saiyan to get the
MVP. Yeah. We don't need Broly out of KD. That's it. That's all it is. And hopefully with Steven Adams, he can unleash some of that.
You're gonna need Broly, or you're gonna need Planet Namek Goku.
yeah, OG Goku. Yeah, facts. Now, as far as the playoffs go, right? I think Donte and I have like hit home on this pretty hard. But AP, I want your opinion, right? Minimum. What are your expectations for the playoffs? Minimum. If we don't make it past the first round, second round, like what's your minimum expectations?
Western Conference Finals. We have to at least touch the Western Conference Finals.
Yep. The expectations are set here, and the bar is here. You know what I mean? The goal is a championship, right? And kind of like what Ryan was alluding to, like we shouldn't like care about anything else except for winning a championship, which I do agree. Like that is the goal of every team, of course, but specifically us because we just traded away our number 2 pick, the number 10 pick. We got rid of Cam Whitmore, right? And we got rid of Dylan Brooks, who was our best 3-point sniper last season, right?
Yeah.
Again, Kevin Durant, top 15 player all time. Don't get me wrong, but we still traded for Kevin Durant. So that means it is a championship level season. We have to. There's no question on that, right? Now, as far as how we're gonna get there, I'm not sure. But minimum expectations, Western Conference Finals, right? I agree with AP. Donte, do you have any changes on that?
It's about right. We got to at least make the Western Conference Finals. Anything short of that is disappointing.
Yeah.
A lot of people saying we got to win the title. We got to win the title, but I believe you're gonna have some time to win the championship. But I mean, again, I think at the end of the day, I think at least get to the Western Conference Finals. That's a must. There's no ifs, fans, or buts. You got to get to the Western Conference Finals. I mean. You almost beat the Warriors last season. You could have damn made it if you got past them. But again, we put so much hype into this offseason. We've been knowing we was gonna get Kevin Durant as soon as the season was over, during the season last year. We all been knowing Kevin Durant wanted to be in Houston and Houston wanted him. So and then you added some players. You about to extend Kevin Durant, you about to extend Tari Eason, give the money to Tari Eason. There's no reason that you shouldn't get to the Western Conference Finals. There's no reason. If you can get to the Western Conference Finals, you good enough to get to the NBA Finals. But the limit is that limit. If you're gonna lose is the Western Conference Finals, you have to lose in the Western Conference Finals. You can't lose anything before that.
Nope.
Especially that first year, at least at the Western Conference Finals. At least. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna pose a question to you guys. What on a scale of 1 to 10, right? What's your threat level, right? If we lose in the first round.
Ooh.
Like say we're the 3rd seed and we lose to the 6th seed. What are your thoughts?
Oh, we panicking. If we lose in the first round and we're healthy, we're panicking real quick.
Yeah. We're fully healthy. And we lose in 6 games.
Oh, somebody ass is gone. That's just simple as that. That's just going. It's
gonna get ready for them guys to be gone.
You can't be healthy. I would not stand. You can't be healthy and lose in the first round. You cannot be healthy. If the fully healthy Rockets, you cannot be healthy and being able to accept losing in the first round. You cannot, or in the second round, especially in the first round. You cannot have a full team and lose in the first round. No.
Okay. Now, let me pose a similar question. If we're not fully healthy, we're missing Kevin Durant, okay, for 2 of the 7-game series, and we still lose. So we played 5 of the 7 games. Are you considering that an alarm bell? Because to me, I am. I am, right? The goal is a championship. We traded for Kevin Durant, but if there's a possibility that a player is going to be injured, you should have a contingency plan.
It depends how long Kevin Durant's hurt.
Like I said, he's hurt for 2 games. We lose in the
it-
first round, and he misses 2 games out of the first 7 games.
Then I'm still worried because that's only 2
Weren't
games.
kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because again, and then it do depend on who you play. Like I say, matchups in the West is matchup dependent. But if you missing Kevin Durant 2 games, you should still be able to do some damage. You should be able to you were good enough last year. Without him and almost beat the Warriors. So if you play any other team, you should be able to beat them, even when Kevin Durant is out. You should be able to at least get 1 game until he get back in the fold. You should be able to get a game.
Okay. Now, if we get swept in the second round, are you worrying at all?
You can't get swept. You can't get swept. No.
Yeah, swept unacceptable.
You get swept unacceptable. Hell no.
Fully healthy swept
No,
unacceptable. Yeah.
You can't get beat in the first or second round at all. I don't care how
you
cannot do that. You cannot
I
do
just want to make sure that we're all on the same page.
No.
It's
fully healthy team cannot get.
I don't give a damn if you gotta play OKC. I don't give a rat's ass. You cannot get swept. You won't bet. People won't. Yeah, you can't. That can't happen.
To quote somebody, you gotta find a way, right? That's what we gotta do if we got Kevin Durant on our team. Obviously, we want to win the championship. That's definitely the goal. So that has been our last bit for the team goals, for team expectations, right? We've done this, 3 times now, right? When we had Jalen Green 2 weeks ago, and then obviously we had to get AP's thoughts on it. And it looks like some of our opinions have changed a little bit, but they've relatively stayed the same. So that's good. We got a good mind for it. Now we might revisit a minor part of this conversation. We're going to have a special guest on next episode. You guys will find out later. Yeah. As long as things go well, of course. So don't quote me on it. But as long as things go well, we'll get this guy on and we'll have this conversation.
I want to bring. Is it okay if I bring on one more thing, Press?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Like the mode, we're gonna go back to if Kevin Durant is out. If Kevin Durant is out those 2 games, you still can minimize the damage. It either got to be 1-1. Or if you 2-0, you could possibly keep them out another game. But you still should be able to win good enough to win a series. But on Golden State end, if we to beat them, they were gonna say Jimmy Butler was out again. They were gonna say he was out. They were gonna make an excuse and say Jimmy Butler didn't play. Jimmy Butler.
They was already making the excuse.
Yeah,
they won.
Hey, we to beat them. They were gonna be ready for it. They were gonna be ready to make that excuse. But what about the other games he didn't play? He went out there and played. They were gonna make that excuse.
When I went to Houston for Game 5, they were like, "Oh my gosh, Jimmy Butler was out of game, and that's why the Rockets didn't get swept 4-0 because Jimmy Butler missed a game." That was the conversation I was hearing from Golden Skin Warrior fans out in Houston while I was in Houston. There was a lot of them.
He missed only 1 game though. He only missed 1 game.
He missed 1 game, and they was already making that excuse.
And if we'd won and we'd won the series, Jimmy Butler missed the game. Jimmy Butler was out. And plus, he was out half a game too. He was out for half a game too. I don't think that would have made a difference because we still would have won.
Jalen Green dropped 38. I mean, it just kind of is what it is. But yeah, hey, that's just something definitely to think about. Now, that's kind of it. I got nothing else, nothing said. Just hopefully we win this championship, and we're gonna have a fun little episode next time. Hopefully not an hour and 10 minutes long. Donte, thank you for joining us today on the H-Town Rundown Rockets podcast. Where can I find you, my man?
Y'all can find me at right here at the H-Town Rundown. Y'all can find me on the Rockets Round Robin. Y'all also can find me on X at Coach Donte. Coach Donte, that Rockets guy. Y'all can find me on IG at Coach Donte 5. Y'all can find me on that. And Club City Connect, gotta get me and Press on that channel.
Yes, we need to jump on, man. We need to jump on. Speaking of Clutch City Connect, AP, thank you for representing Clutch City Connect today and Rockets Round Robin. This guy's repping 2 podcasts over here. What's going on? And thank you for joining, man. Where can I find you?
First of all, on X, you can find me at Rocket King AP 23. And then the Round Robin and Clutch City Connect, you can find them on IG, X, and many more. And boys, I'm ready for this Rocket season to get here.
Yes, man. It's coming up, right? Preseason is going to be in October, right? It's already August. We got 2 months, Mo, and then preseason starts. We're right around the corner, right? We just got to be able to survive and watch more Amen Thompson and Tyrese and workout videos in the offseason. That's how I'm going to get it done anyway. Thank you guys for watching. This has been the H-Town Rundown, Houston Rockets Basketball Podcast. Be sure to follow H-Town Rundown on X as well as Instagram and YouTube. And follow me at trip2piece_GAWD on X as well as Instagram. Guys, we're also at 693 subscribers, okay? 7 more subscribers, man. We just need 7 more. Get us to 700 by the end of this week. We would absolutely love it. And we might be giving away some prizes. So make sure you go follow and share us around, right? Thank you guys for watching. And thank you guys for listening. This has been a great episode. And that's it. See you later.
NBA, we coming for you.